Amit, for some reason, YouTube is not recognizing.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy. I don't know what I need to do. Maybe just us tonight. You're seeing something?
No. Yeah, the YouTube channel stopped.
Karthik, I'm trying to get this thing on YouTube, but it doesn't seem to be working. It's weird. I think it may be just that we... Oh, okay. So I do. So I guess we did connect. All right, perfect. Because Sardar just commented that we did connect. All right, perfect. Sardar, you can hear us?
Okay. I'm not on there, though. I'm not sure.
Hold on.
You're in the show. Everyone can see you, hear you.
So whatever you're broadcasting on YouTube is going to be on StreamYard as well, right? Is that right?
Yeah, so like for three of us, you don't want to turn on YouTube. We just do it from here. They receive it a few minutes later.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Sardar confirmed that they can hear it. So why don't we get started? Welcome everybody for another Sunday night E.O.Breakers weekly squeeze show. I have very important guests, Amit and Karthik, joining me tonight. So we're gonna share our weekly plan and trading ideas. Look at the money calendar, and in fact, let me actually make sure people can see you guys. How about that? That work?
All right.
So welcome, Karthik and Hamid, to the show.
Hi
Thanks
everyone.
Karthik, we got our 15 minutes of fame now, thanks to E.O.
All my subscribers, hundreds of thousands. We do this for fun. We haven't reached a level of celebrity at this point, but with your help, I think we might get there.
I think you'll get there, man. Your trading has been spot on, you know.
Thank you, Amit. Appreciate it. For fun, we haven't reached. Mute your YouTube so we don't come out at this point. But with your help, I think we might get there.
I think you'll get there, man. Your trading has been spot on, you know.
Yeah, mute the YouTube guys. Yes. For fun. All right. Perfect. All right. So why don't we get started? We'll take a look at money calendar and look at the week, what we expect. We look at we do run a squeeze scan so we can see what is squeezing in alignment with the name of the show. I am very interested in hearing from Karthik around his weekly plan. He's very, very organized and detailed. I wish I could be like him on that front. So I'd like to hear that. Amit, anything you want to share? Obviously, we'll have you on the agenda in terms of your plan. You shared with me some of your ideas earlier, a little bit being selective. And then we'll take questions from the audience, whoever joins. How does that sound?
Sounds like a good plan.
All right.
How can I see your screen, E.O.? I can't.
So I'm gonna bring my screen right now. I think it's gonna put us on the side of the screen, I suspect. Let me see.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you? Okay, you can see my screen, and everybody can be seen, I think.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's do the money calendar first. I'm gonna bring it over. Actually, let's look at me. So it looks pretty green. I think we knew about this. Kind of middle is soft, and then we're in the part of the month it's a little bit greenish going into June, right? We can take a look at June as well. Oh, June has a, a little bit of I think what might happen, Karthik, with the tax date pushed out,
Yeah.
we might have just experienced this in May. I mean, everything kind of got pushed by 1 month. So I'm assuming like this kind of yellowish June we experienced in May. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but we kind of have a different scenario this time around because of the tax date being pushed. I don't know if that have any effect, but I'm just curious what July looks like very quickly. I guess it's going to be all choppy from sell in May and come back come back later on.
Sell in May and go away. Come back in September, October, September.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer is going to be a pretty challenging few months. I mean, I'm expecting a choppy market.
Yeah.
More of a distribution. I mean, I'm just looking at some of the charts that I have, some of my signals, except for YM, which is the Dow. I think other two markets, the NQ and the ES, are mostly choppy and distribution markets. So we can get into details after you finish here.
Yeah. Bruce says July looks bad. So, all right. So maybe we look at the details and see, be selective about what we see in the calendar.
But your money calendar gets updated for tax effects or no? I don't think so, right?
No, it just looks at historical data, so it's not, right? So it can't tell. Like next year, it's going to look at this year and then tries to see overlap between, the 10 years of data.
Yeah.
Look at this. We have Adobe Test. Oh, look at this. Tesla is up here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, I don't know if you looked at Tom's Memorial Day play some of the picks that he had. Tesla is on that list as well.
Yeah, we'll take a look. So we should look at Adobe. I'm just gonna screenshot this for us. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I posted here. You guys have access to this, right? You should have access.
Yeah.
So that's Adobe. We'll take a look at that in charts. And let's pull in Tesla. So Adobe looks good in terms of historical data. Tesla, see, like Tesla, I wouldn't trade. This is skew, and there's positive move, but this is not a nice graph. You guys saw Adobe. Adobe has a nice curvature and profit increasing over time. It's really green. Tesla doesn't look good in terms of just historical data. What else is here? There's 100% here. Oh, this is our. Oh my God! So this Exact Sciences, we might actually do well on this, Karthik. You're in this trade with me, right?
Yeah, I'm still in it. Yeah, we are almost.
We're gonna make good money if this continues to the end, like closer to the end of June, because the option slippage makes it really hard for us to make good money on this. But so this is still tradable, Amit. I don't know if you're in this or not. Let me just post this again.
Let's see.
So if you look at our last week session, I did Spider. I didn't pay attention, but I didn't think this trade, I mean, at least for the first week, didn't work. But with this trade, closer to mid-June, actually. So there may be a good opportunity to do some SPY trade this week.
I think that's what we were talking about earlier on with SPY. There seems to be a lot of orders coming in for that middle of June area. So there may be some opportunities to take a look at.
So this is Exact Sciences. This is what we had looked at. I want to show you guys trade. I don't know if I put it in here. I hope I did. This is the thing I like about Tom's tools. I keep track of performance of my trades. So I have a photo. I have to change this to 2021 version. That way I look at this. So it's right here. So we can look at the risk graph with the latest data on it. So this is a trade I'm in. It's profitable by $5,000 right now. It's a 1 to 3 ratio, right? I'm risking 1 to make 3. So max profit is in. So this black line is the expiration. So at the expiration date, or closer to expiration, if we are at this 109 level, where are we right now? So we're at 106 as of Friday. And if it gets up here earlier and faster, we can take 15K profit right here, Karthik.
Yeah, I mean, we are up 57% as of now. I picked it up at 225. I know you picked it up around 250, I think.
Yeah. It came down after. Typically, what happens is I get into a trade, it comes down after I enter. And it gives me an immediate pain. So you can, and then I learned to live with that pain. I look at it like, I think I entered an Amazon and a Zoom trade. All of those would have been profitable. I killed them last week, I think, when the choppy market took me out. I didn't want to lose money on winning trades. So it was up and then it was coming down. I just took it break even. But if I had kept them and stayed with my trading plan, those would have been profitable as of before Amazon came down. It would have been profitable. And anyhow, in hindsight, looking back, I think I did well exiting it because maybe I would have lost money too. So I don't know. But I finished the week pretty good. BCRX doing very well. Anyhow, let's continue with the money calendar so we can finish that piece. So Exact Sciences, it looks like it's still on this list. So what I'm thinking, Karthik, is once I finish money calendar, we may turn to you for your plan for the week. Let me finish the money calendar. So I took a partnership course from Tom's a long time ago. And so I have access to all the tools. He basically, once you have access to it once, he never disables them. So I have more than the regular access, so all the searching tools they have. And most of them I don't use, but we could also, include some of those in a more targeted way. It just requires more time. So I'm just on things that work for me. Money calendar is full validation.
I need some back testing needs to be done for a strategy. Maybe I can reach you offline on that.
Yeah, I can do back testing on this tool.
Okay.
What else is 100%? Well, this is kind of low power meter, so I'm not going to look at it. But Visa is here, 90%. SMH is here. Karthik, you're out of SMH though, right?
Yeah, I'm out of SMH.
But if you enter a trade tomorrow and exit June 17, this has a nice increase in profit loss. Tesla I didn't like. Let me see if there's anything else that interests you guys here.
Can you go through your Amazon trade for next week? I know you said you're going to add a few more things on Amazon.
Oh yeah, so Amazon, I have a put credit spread. Let's take a look. I don't know if I saved that. It's not here.
When I put on a small 3,200 put credit spread for like $10 or something.
Let me see if it's on my. Oh yeah, I'm Exact Sciences. I'm up 7K. Amazon is right here. You guys see how much like Amazon? I made 120K this year. It's been going great for me. But this 3,100 put, I sold 3,100 put, bought 3,000. So
That was a trade you did on Friday?
yeah. This is the new trade. And then I still have my I still have my $4,000 Lotto trade. I killed the short side, took profits. So I let this, it's dead, obviously, unless Amazon makes a big move.
Is the numbers blur on your screen, guys, or is it just?
Oh, how do we? Do you want to on YouTube? You can set it up to high resolution. Should fix it.
Okay, I'm not on YouTube, so I'm just viewing on StreamYard.
Oh yeah. On this stream, it may do it low. How do we do that?
Okay, no, I was just asking, just making sure.
Yeah, I think. Can you see now?
Yeah, it's much better actually now. So.
Yeah, but it should have a better resolution for us as well.
Yeah, it's good now.
Yeah, so I mean, I entered at 2027 here. Here's what I like. And also I did do a Jumia trade, which is I'm gonna get assigned. I did a naked put, but this is an old loss that accumulated. But I'm still, that's my probably biggest loss, other than NCNA, which is my long-term stock. I'm not touching that. In fact, I might just double it at these prices. Anyhow, but those are long-term. Okay, I'm in the wrong place. I zoom out of this thing. Okay, now it works. All right. Let's take a look at lower this. You can see it. Okay. Charts. All right. NQ small green dot, guys. 1 hour buy signal just came in. I set up these alerts now. Karthik, it works very well.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at NQ. Like the signal just came in. So let's see. This is market cipher. So for 1 hour. So here's the curvature. You have the momentum. So this is the bigger wave here, and this is slightly smaller wave. So you have an hourly buy signal right here, 13,433. We'll see at the end of the session, because this is a 1 hour candle. Let's see if it would have worked. But this is basically, this yellow line is VWAP. It's turning positive, and the green line is money flow coming in. So it's an hourly. And then DBSI for market cipher is also 16 positive, -5 negative. So this is buy signal. So interesting. We can test it out at the end of the session if you were to enter a trade right now. It's 433. Obviously, it's better to do this during the day, during the week. But at least we have an hourly signal. All right, let's do this. Let's look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then I will come to you, Karthik, for your weekly plan. So Bitcoin, guys, a lot of action going on in Bitcoin, and this is the weekly chart. As you can see, we kind of still in the bullish trend. A lot of people got into the a lot of people, at least thinking that we are on a bear trend, but we're still on a bullish trend. If you look at weekly, it's just not a nice pullback, right? This is a really, it hurts. I mean, this whole pullback is, but if we bounce off from these levels, if I'm like, my view is that 30K, 31 to 30K is the bottom. It's a midterm bottom, and we turn around from this. But you need a confirmation to see that, right? We could continue to roll over and come back down. If we go below these levels, then we can really say we are in a bear trend. But it may take a few weeks that we actually hang out here, between 30K to 40K. But when Bitcoin does that, that's bad news for altcoins. So if you have any, I hope you cashed out. Like I cashed out on all, majority of my altcoins. I cashed out way up here, and I have like a small percentage of my portfolio is in altcoins now. I kind of felt bad when I cashed out, but now looking back, it was a good idea.
Now you feel like you're a genius, man.
Yeah, I feel genius. I felt so bad after I cashed out. It continued to go up a little bit, and then it came down hard. But the problem for me is I went back in maybe a little bit too early. I went back in here to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and Ethereum went down significantly. So I'm losing money on Ethereum. So my net portfolio came down a few 100,000. But you have to look at it in Bitcoin terms. I'm a long-term Bitcoin and Ethereum hodler. From at least this midterm cycle, I ended up with more Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's what I care about. USD valuation is still much better than my original portfolio, but if it continues to go down, USD value will come down. Take a look at the monthly, guys. This is not good. Like, look at the monthly, where we are in the market cipher coming down. So this means we have, if we were to kind of project that this wave is going to get completed down here, kind of like this monthly, you're looking at, each candle here is 1 month. So you're probably looking at, next 3-4 months, this thing will come down. So it doesn't mean we're going to have a stock price coming down. It's going to be like this, slowly coming down. So, and then it'll probably consolidate somewhere here. So that's...
With central bank coming out with some digital papers this summer, right? I mean, you would think this would kind of fall on that and then probably pick back up or something.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing here is this VWAP coming down. This means we're gonna have, definitely next month also a downtrend. We may go see like 27Ks, 20Ks.
That'll be awesome.
I have seriously.
This is going to lead to some good buying opportunities in the near future. So.
Oh yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah, keep some powder available for you to get in there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna exit half of mine because I entered in, like right now, this is at 35K. I think I'm gonna exit half right now. We are at 35K, right? Let me see where the market cipher is.
You should make enough money in trading stocks and allocate some capital out of that into Bitcoin when it reaches 20 grand.
Yeah, Karthik, I'm not adding new USD to my crypto portfolio. I'm like running with my original crypto portfolio. as much as I'd love to add more, like this bounce here is pretty good. I like it. Look at this. It comes with a green dot. This is 4-hour chart. Smaller wave. This is bigger wave. This is smaller wave. So it makes this one a trigger wave. But we do have a small wave here. So this was a fake out here. But VWAP turned up on 4-hour. So I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm not going to sell anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we go up and test 38K here before this thing rolls over. You see how it tested this blue line? This, yeah, at 50. Yeah, it's 50, I think. So it may touch this 50 again tonight. So I might just place an order to sell half of my Bitcoins to rebuy it down here, because it's just the trend is just hugging this line.
Yeah, JC caught a good move in shorting Bitcoin futures last week, I think, starting sometime.
Oh, really? Yeah. We should have I should take these blood diamonds more seriously. They're like great trades.
And it hit its target of 30,000, exactly what he said. So
it's good for him. I mean, he catches all these big moves. And then the other thing about him is like he is, once he has the setup, he really commits serious cash, like, 15, 20%. I don't know if he tells us all.
Yeah, he gets news probably from some of his hedge fund friends, I would think. And I think that's when he increases his position size from normal 5% to like 10, 15, 20%. Like in gold, I think he's up now like almost 15% in gold, and silver is up to 6%, I think. So.
Wow. So in gold, he made like $1 million.
It's not out yet. It's still in. I think he was up 800K on his gold trade.
Crazy. I mean, JC, I don't know how he does it, but it's anytime I do one of his trades in a big way, I am the jinx. So I only do his trades in a small way. I do my trades bigger.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. It was so funny when he had so many millions in Tesla trades. I decided one time to follow his Tesla trades in a big way.
You lost your shirt on it.
It took me a while to recover from that. All right. So, and then Ethereum, guys, very quickly. Ethereum was a really good buy, I think, when it hit down here, and then 1700s today. I think the consolidation for Ethereum would be in 2000s here. So this is 6-hour chart. The other thing about this is like the squeezes have been working very well. I mean, if you just traded nothing else by squeezes, when the histogram turned down, like you have the red dot squeezes, and you have the, after red dot, you have the first black dot. This is where you're short. You could take this all the way down. It's crazy. Or actually all the way, down. Yeah, maybe you have, a little bit of trade here, but the squeezes have been working on crypto. All right, let me pause. Karthik, maybe turn over to you for maybe an update from you in terms of what you're thinking about weekly. I don't know if I can hand this over to you somehow so you can share, if you want to share a screen.
Sure, I'm happy to do it.
Just don't know how people do it here. Or I can share your notepad.
No, I think I can. Let me see.
There you go.
Make it big. So this is Karthik's plan for this week.
So I can't share my screen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I don't see it. I think stream is from my laptop, so I don't know.
I have a share button here on my screen.
Right, but I think that's sharing for having somebody else join.
Oh.
Post.
All right. So just click on the inside.
Oh, hold on. Maybe I can stop the screen, and
Yeah.
you can take over, or no?
Yeah, I can do it. If you could stop it, see if I can.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Can you guys see me or not?
Nothing yet.
I don't know if you're able to do it.
Showing me the share screen number 2. Let me check that. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let's not waste time. I'll keep the. We'll figure it out. All right. Let me put the thing back. So at least I have your file.
Yeah.
You can talk to it from here.
Yeah, just if you click on the inside week for ES, NQ, and YM kind of tab.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So I think the way I look at this week is if you look at ES, NQ, and YM, last week was all inside week. That's the reason kind of you expected a choppy move from it moved like I think expected move was like 78 points. I think it moved down 120 points down and then back up to 120 points up. So it ended up as an inside week. I think if you break these levels, the 4185 in terms of ES, if it goes above that, I'm generally bullish. And if it's below 4055.50, I'm generally kind of bearish if it takes out the inside day to the downside. If none of these above levels are not taken out, I'm thinking it's more again like a choppy up and down market for this week, considering the holiday coming up on Monday for Memorial Day. And Friday, most of the guys will probably be out on Friday as well. So I'm thinking it's a 4-day kind of situation. See what happens. If it doesn't take out these levels in ES, NQ, and YM. I'm also watching bonds. TLT is kind of inside week as well, which means last week was inside the previous week's ranges, so it has to take up the highs or lows of that week to kind of be positive or bearish for me. That's kind of high level for the inside week for some of the futures products. So the way I look at the direction, I guess wish I could share the chart. EO, if you could just do a directional bias, click on that.
Which one?
The directional bias tab, like the icon. The next bullet for directional bias for Monday.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So the way I look at for Monday for my day trading is primarily I'm looking at YM, which is mostly kind of the double green. When I say double green, it's the 821 and 813 and 21. And the 34 EMA wave is probably all green. In that case, I would generally take see how they open the market on Monday morning, and if it's above the monthly VWAP and the rolling 10-day VWAP for the YM, there you see the numbers down there for 34,095 and 34,030. I would generally kind of play on the longer side with the directional bias to the upside for clearing range breaches and retreat trades in the morning.
Oh wow, Karthik, YM looks really good. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't pay attention to this, but there's a squeeze. This is daily squeeze, right? Oh my God, look at this.
Yeah.
And the squeeze histogram going up to positive. You have momentum wave giving a trigger buy right here. It already gave. That was 33. Oh wow, maybe in a worst case it was 34,143. So you're saying if it goes down to 34,095?
No, I mean, if for me, for my day trades in the morning, first couple of hours, I do kind of use kind of day trading kind of strategy, where I use the clearing range breaches and retreats, and if it opens up above 34,095 that's the monthly May VWAP numbers, and the rolling 10-day VWAP is 34,030. If it opens above that level, I'm generally bullish. I'm looking for breach retreats for my day trades in the morning. But yes, to answer your question, I think that if it's double green, obviously I'm generally bullish. I look at some of the sectors like transportation, XLI, the industrials, to see where the relative outperformers are. I can I'll walk you through some of the relative outperformance in some of the sector ETFs that I'm focused on. So I'm generally focused on YM, and then ES is pretty good as well. It's a distribution market, but it also has, if you pull up the ES on a daily basis, it does have a nice daily squeeze, and I think it's opening above the VWAP. Let me pull up the screen here for myself. So I think that's generally bullish as well from an ES standpoint. The only issue is the ES gets pulled down if the NQ kind of comes down. That's kind of a challenge. So, but the squeeze on the daily for ES looks pretty good as well. So the momentum has shifted from red to yellow, and I'm thinking a slingshot to the upside, at least to the highs. 4,200 would be expected, at least for this week, based on the expected move for this week.
So we should definitely take a look at doing something on, relative high performance in YM.
If you go a little bit down on my workflow thing, click on the
bullish watch list.
Yeah, that's it. So give me 1 second here. My screen's kind of.
Wow, Karthik, this is where you do it weekly. This is really good.
Yeah, this is my kind of weekly watch list that I built for myself. I could have gone a little bit deeper into some of the forex and the commodities I look at it sometimes, but I think I was sticking to stocks this time. So if you look at IYT, for example, which is part of the Dow, FedEx, UPS, EXPD are Ryder, which is Ryder Systems. I think those 4 stocks are a double green. If there is a pullback to either 21 EMA or to the 34 EMA, I am generally a buyer of those stocks. So if you want, I'm not sure if any of your money calendar stocks matches with this IYT related stuff.
FedEx seems like it has done its move, but let me see. UPS, probably the same. These are because after earnings, they all made their moves. They're going to have to pull back.
Yeah, right. I think the way I look at it is I obviously scan this on a daily basis for all the double green relative outperformers and look for pullbacks to 21 EMA or to the 34 EMA, where and see where the stock is on a daily basis, and if there is proximity to my buy zone, and that's kind of when I start nibbling on the trade, either get some positions at moderate risk level at the 21 EMA, and if it pulls back to the 34 EMA, I get a little bit, the position sizes kind of more conservative level, but the position sizes will be more at that conservative levels.
Yeah. Are you also in CAT?
Yeah, let me check. I'm in, I think, let me check.
CAT didn't hit my target, but it did its move that I was expecting.
Yeah, I'm in CAT. Actually, I think this is part of JC's trade. I think he got 230 calls. I'm up slightly on that, but yeah, I'm in CAT. I think he has UNP as well, the UNP chart. I'm not sure how the UNP chart looks for you, EO, but that has a nice pullback. So that could be interesting for next week, since I guess JC has a trade in a small account mastery program.
On UNP?
UNP, yeah.
Okay, Union Pacific? Yeah, it's almost that squeeze. So I guess he's doing the squeeze scans as well, because this was on my list.
Yeah, it's pulled back nicely to the 50-day moving average, so it would be interesting to get some position on. But I don't know. I think I may, but it's changed its structure a little bit. It's changed into double yellow for me. So I would rather focus on double green pullbacks. But
I'd be careful with this. Like if you look at this, there's an M pattern here, an M pattern. If it breaks down,
yeah,
I mean it doesn't look like it's going to break down, but if it breaks down, we are going down around here.
Yeah, wish I could share my chart somehow, but next time we can figure this out.
We got to figure it out. I haven't tested out as to how two people can.
In that way, it's easy for people to see, like, what I'm looking at versus what my scans are and my charts looks like. So, I think, though, I mean, if you look at DIA specifically as well, like UNH is still on that list, Goldman Sachs. And V looks interesting to me because the Visa was also part of Tom's Memorial Day movers. We can kind of figure out that may be a good chart to.
Yeah, Visa looks good. Look at the
flow
crossing here, and this is daily. Let me see 2-day. 2-day is good. VWAP is rolling up. 3-day. I started in this market now looking at higher time frames for support for the idea we are in. Like this is at a perfect moment.
Yeah, I mean, he says buy 9 days before Memorial Day and then exit before Memorial Day. For 100% accuracy, the return on investment is 2.03%. If you just scroll down a little bit down on Tom's Memorial Day movers, right there.
Visa, yeah.
So he says now buy 9 days before. 9 days. Hold on for a second. Enter days before 0. So 9 days. Enter days.
Yeah, 9 days before the holiday. I have this scan. We can run it actually. 2%. I mean, yeah.
When we could be in a date, like just like a couple of days trade, I think exit on Thursday or Friday, maybe if it gives an opportunity. It's on my list, kind of I'm watching. And it's part of Dow as well, so it could be interesting for a month.
Let me just see if weekly shows a pullback. VWAP is coming down. This is crossing down. This thing is going to pull back further. The DBSI also is negative. So this may pull back to somewhere around here, next bar. This is weekly, so it could go. Yeah, I would be careful because on the weekly, the pressure is coming down. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So it may be a short trade. You do maybe it kind of hovers here a few percentage point, then it kind of rolls over down here.
Yeah.
But the structure looks good.
Yeah. Can you look at the camping world, the CWH on your chart as well? The
CWH?
Yeah. So he says buy 10 days before and sell exit after 9 days, 20% ROI with accuracy 100%. That looks pretty good actually.
Ooh, it has a blood diamond. Daily. This thing is going down, baby. How many days before?
So.
10 days before. Oh, we're already inside. So this would be his losing trade then. He bought it right here.
Yeah, I think the previous trend was up. So I would think we would probably bottom out somewhere here. The squeeze is like there's low compressions. It's moved, the squeeze moved from mid compression squeeze to a low compression squeeze. So
yeah, it looks like it's gonna turn from here because this VWAP is turning and the momentum wave is gonna turn. I would have liked this wave to be smaller than this. Like if it was like the smaller like this. You were asking me how I look at the setups.
Yeah.
If it was coming down and this wave was smaller and we got a green dot here, this would be a perfect buy.
Yeah.
But this is a again reflection of a choppy market. This is gonna be painful for.
Yeah, I would ignore that. Then V looks probably better. The research outlook.
Yeah, better. Like for these types of deals where you have historical data on your side, it's probably better to sell out of the money, put credit spreads, and just expect that further decline will pull back. If there is enough credit, right? It justifies the risk reward. Do we want to look at NVIDIA, guys?
I don't know.
Anything on NVIDIA?
With the split news,
what do you think?
There are
reporting already took place
next week, though.
Do you think the move already happened?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I think that everything depends upon the Wednesday reporting. They're reporting earnings on 26th.
Oh yeah, the earnings are so close. Yeah. That's why it's going up. In addition to split. So look at this. This is money flow. VWAP coming out. There's a trigger way buy was here. I wish I had paid attention to this because even before the split, there was trigger buy here. I
think NVIDIA still has to break through about 614. When it risen up to about 648, so you still have some overhead supply that it has to break through. So if it can break through that 614 line, I think that we've got some potential for it to go higher. If it can't break through that 614 and comes back, then it's not going to go anywhere.
I mean, they may trade this up for next couple of days before earnings, I would think. So
yeah,
I mean,
there'll be some run into the earnings because AMAT came out with strong earnings, and I think that the chips are looking at some good momentum going forward. So I'm sure they're going to blow the numbers out, but this just may be the run into the earnings.
Yeah, this is running to the earnings.
And so if it doesn't break past that 614 barrier, or it may peak through it but comes back, the high before all of this was 648. And so that really, if you want to see a good pivot, you would have to get substantially above that to really go into the next level, because it has to clear the overhead supply that's already there.
Yeah, agreed. I think the one thing to also look at to make a case for bullish situation is EO. If you just scroll up my game plan workflow thing, I have sector sentiment kind of bullet point for sector sentiment. If you can show the chart. So if you look at all the way down for SMH, bottom left,
Oops, how it closes it. Okay.
Yeah, this is basically the sentiment of each of the sectors. All the way down is generally kind of green, meaning bullish.
Yep, oversold.
Yeah, oversold levels. SMH and XLK looks pretty interesting coming into next week. So I'm not. I may trade few names here based on some of the option flows next week. See how they kind of come in and
maybe good for my Amazon trade.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And this. So, do we want to do a SMH trade?
Yeah, we should think of doing so. The only challenge for me was the SMH was not a double green sector. So we could kind of go back and figure out if there are any relative outperformers from my side. But E.O., if you have any ideas, I'll take that as well.
Yeah, the SMH itself, look at this, guys. This is daily chart. You have a DBSI, very positive. This minus 520, this is very bullish. You have VWAP coming up, money flow turning to the zero line. So going from red. So this is what I do with Market Cipher. You get really squeeze everything and then see the waves, okay?
Yeah.
So in a bullish equity or sector, what you see is big green waves, okay?
From a more
so you see a big
point of view, I think that SMH is still sitting underneath its 50-day moving average.
Okay.
So as long as it's stays below that, I think that it seems to have bounced off of that a few times. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's come to that 50-day average and come back down.
Yeah.
So if we can see some solid momentum building up and it gets above that 50-day line, I think you've got a good move happening.
Exactly. I mean, I was looking at the same thing too. So
I agree.
It's pretty. I'm just trying to pull up Moxie's chart to see if there's momentum there, but
I just want to see, like, the last time it had. Oops. Last time it had the same wave structure, where it had a small money flow. What it did. So we have this red. It went from, oh my God, like, so it has a similar structure. So it was this red here and then came down big way. So it's, I think, Amit, you're right. I think it's setting up to be a really, this may have a continuation. We'll see how I would wait for this thing to make a smaller wave here and create a trigger wave around here. And then it would be a really good buy entry point.
Yeah, I think so. It's worth watching because if it gets some momentum going, now I think that next week it may not get the momentum going as much because you've got a lot of the traders are going to take the long weekend off, right? So we've only got a 4-day trading week, and volume will usually be a little bit on the lower side, but it's worth keeping an eye on it.
Guys, TSM looks really good. Same structure as SMH, and say actually a little better. It's because this one is literally in the beginning of its move.
I like AMD as well, which is kind of got killed. That looks good as well.
I mean, look, last time we did that cross to the positive, it did this move. We got the same DMI buy signals,
Yeah.
0 over 0. This thing has a good 5-point move coming up. Maybe there's going to be resistance here, let's say. So we are at 12. We should think about, I might take a little risk and place a trade here to capture 5-point move to this 618 level. I mean, depends on, this is TSM. So
Yeah,
it's
I think you're right. There's about a 5-point move there before it bounces back.
Yeah.
You've got about a 5-point move you can pick up.
Yeah, and for some reason, we get really good news from semiconductors in general, and this thing shoots up. You could go. There's no squeeze though in this, I think.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of TSM though. I mean, for me, it's not.
Yeah.
And I like
AMD. You like AMD?
I like AMD, but still, it's. Let me just pull up my one more chart here. Which one?
See, I don't like AMD chart because 4-hour VWAP is coming down, the wave is coming down. AMD will pull back.
1 second. I'm just pulling up my relative outperformance in SMA. See if I find.
Daily looks good though. Daily has a trigger wave. Buy signal came here. I miss these things. Like, I mean, you need to catch these when they're down here. During the week, I have very limited time, so I only, look at things when somebody pings me or I already had looked at it over the weekend.
Look at ASML. I mean, that's the only thing that's from my scanners.
It's NASDAQ. Oh, this is very, very bullish chart.
Yeah, this is the only thing that makes sense to me. But I think this I'm not sure about the option premiums on this, the bid-ask spreads on this. But,
this thing.
This looks much better than any other SMH stuff.
Yeah, this got a trigger buy right here as well.
Okay, good.
I should have looked at all of these SMH. They all probably gave buy signal here. What date was that? 14 May. Some of these things we got to catch. All right. Should we do a orange dot scan and toss?
Sorry?
Should we do a squeeze scan in Thinkorswim?
Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else for me to cover before.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No worries. I'm just trying to.
Did Raul join us?
Only one EO. Sorry, what did you say?
Did Raul join us? I saw a message on Raul looking for a link. Wasn't sure.
Not sure. If you scroll all the way down on the Amazon cycle chart from Larry Williams, I think I want to get something, increase my position size on Amazon. Like if you look at June 6th, I think starting that, there's kind of cycle projection to the upside could be interesting.
Oh, okay. What is the blue line versus the red line?
The red line is, I can't really explain that on top of my head, but like
That's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Let's take a look at Amazon.
Yeah.
I might actually, we could do a trade in Amazon this week, especially if somehow it gaps down or something on Monday, although it doesn't look like it.
Got it.
This DBSI is very positive. This is a trigger wave right here. It's a buy signal. Only thing that's conflicting is the VWAP kind of coming down at the zero line. But the money flow is going positive here. This is going to be okay on daily. Let me see weekly. Weekly still there's a down pressure here. This trigger wave to the sell side. So that's what we are dealing with. The VWAP on weekly is still pointing to the down. Once you're right, maybe after this week, the week after this week, this thing will turn. And this might turn as well, like this. And then that would be awesome. And it is in a squeeze. Let me see 3 day.
Yeah, and Amazon, roughly right now, if anything, there's probably a 200-point move. It's right going to be their expected move range. I
Yeah,
think it's going to hit some resistance right at about 3,400 before it comes back.
correct.
So, do you guys want to do a some sort of butterfly trade?
Yeah, I mean, Friday it closed pretty ugly though, right? I mean, if you look at the chart, it was above 50-day moving average, but it moved down. It's chopping between the 200-day moving average and the 50-day, so it's kind of sharp.
It's going into squeeze, so it's going to pull back. So
yeah, 4-hour squeeze has
4 hour is looks like it's going to drag down. My put credit spread might be in trouble this week, because look at this chart, money flowing out. This is not good. And the 4-hour chart.
I mean, Tom had something, I think, on Amazon for a bullish situation, but I'm not really sure on the timing on that. So,
look at guys, I hit both of my targets on Amazon back to back. This was my trade right here with this trigger wave. VWAP pointing out. I did this trade, and then one viewer up here, I projected this drop. These are all saved on the chart when we got this red light. So
if Amazon doesn't break down tomorrow, I think, and it holds itself, it's got an upward move for about.
Yeah, we gotta see 2 4-hour bars here that'll
change,
hopefully change these numbers.
Yeah. So if it doesn't break below its current spot and just stays up here, then it's got about a 200-point move coming up.
So perhaps, sometime this week, if it goes back a little bit, but then starts coming back, we should think about the trade. So the other one was Google.
Yeah, I mean, the Google, I was looking at it, and that looks bullish as well. The reason why is JC is in Google. I think he has a close to 10% trade on Google.
Google, let's take a look. Look at this. This was a fake out with the news. It just broke. Like otherwise, Google would have come down.
What do you think of Google?
So this is a 4-hour chart. Let's look at daily.
It has a good daily squeeze, though. I mean, good kind of. It's relative outperformance in the XLC sector. Facebook and Google.
Yeah, daily looks bullish with 16.5 DBSI. The squeeze histogram is coming up. It's good. There's a trigger wave here. It's not the best setup for trigger wave, but it is good. I mean, during the squeeze, it gave lots of blood diamonds. I mean, I tried to hold through. I think this was the big move. JC made the money, right?
Yeah.
I quit somewhere here when I was break even because I was going through these blood diamonds. Enter here, you go down. Oh my God! And then it comes back up. And after that happens, I guess this is how they shake you out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I got sucked into that as well. Don't even remind me of that.
I mean, literally, I quit somewhere around here. A couple of days later, JC makes like 5 million, right? So we are in this. In fact, I was in the trade before him with a better price. I
remember. Yeah, right. I think
I was here, like I had a better price. So. Yeah. And I did have a sizable trade, but I like after going through this like 5 times, next time I was break even, I took myself out. Like it felt like, and then boom, he makes his 5 million here. This is what separates, like he's stuck to his trading plan.
I mean, he said it was painful. I mean, he was on vacation, I think, and I remember like that was a painful trade. I was in his trade, but I got out for a loss, and he kind of stuck onto it forever. So yeah, go figure. All right, and last one is silver. I want to get your thoughts on silver. Looks bullish starting next week from the cycle perspective. I want to get some silver in. JC is 5 to 6%. I think he's at 6% size on silver futures and the SLV calls.
Daily looks like we may get a pullback.
Yeah, I mean
it's bullish. It's bullish, but it feels like it's gonna come back to lower levels here.
Yeah, it pulled back to 21 EMA, almost to the 21 EMA on Friday. So
oh yeah, it started a cup and handle, but then it broke down the handle, so it's trending downwards right now.
Yeah, for me it's a double green and it's pulling back to 21, and pulling back to 25. I'll be happy to enter into a trade as well. So if SLV, I'm looking at SLV chart, so if it pulls back to 25, I'm kind of in.
Yeah,
I think keep an eye on it tomorrow to see what happens, because it closed below the previous day and the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, 5 days. So it's closed below the last 5 days. Yeah, it's kind of trending down. So watch for that turnaround, and then maybe you can pick it up again.
No, the silver futures are already up 1.1% tonight. So let's see where it opens. I think they may be bullish. I don't know if there will be a pullback tomorrow. So let's see.
I think GLD. I made some money in GLD, but I got out too early. I think it kept running up after I exited. Yeah, but I took my profits. It looks like it might pull back as well. It has these double bottom. I mean, it's double top. Sorry. Pullback is possible based on 4-hour.
It's starting to form a nice cup, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
It already had a cheat in the middle there, but it's forming a nice cup, so it should have a little pullback. We do need a little bit of a pullback for it to finish the handle and then take off. So I would anticipate at least a little pullback, maybe to about 175, a little bit lower than that, and then go up from there.
Yeah, on the daily, if you look at
194.
Yeah. On the daily, if you look at it, I mean, GLD is like all the way at the 380R.
Yeah.
So I think TG pointed that out pretty well over the weekend review video. I think he's expecting a pullback.
Right.
Like 174, I think, maybe a good way,
yeah.
That's the 8 EMA, I think. So if you get closer to that, could be an entry point.
Yeah. It should be able to form that handle over there then. Yeah. And you've got a little bit of a double bottom going on here. That's nice.
Yeah. Helps you.
Yeah, this W was a great trade right here.
Yeah.
You would have entered here.
Yeah.
You would have to deal with this pain, but after that.
Yeah, I know Ragi was talking about this, but I don't think she ever entered into a trade. I mean, she was looking at the real yield, the curves and all that stuff, but not sure if she got into a GLD trade. She's waiting for pullback as far as I remember.
Yeah.
So, I mean, higher lows. This thing, if it goes above this, I mean, this thing, it looks really bullish, guys. I mean, gold, look at this weekly chart, money coming in, continue to come in. I know we're expecting pullback on the week. Look at the weekly chart. Like, we could go up to 182 before we come down. So it could stretch out further. I mean, this looks so bullish on the weekly.
Are you in GLD, you?
No, I took profits. I wish I stayed in. I would have made so much money. I had a relatively large position. I don't know, Karthik, I told you I forgot 15% I had or something.
Yeah, right.
I wish I had kept it. My exit timing, I have to improve still. I mean, I'm profitable. I survived a lot of the, February, March experiences big time.
Well, I like Karthik's total analysis of the market because, looking at the index sector and the stocks individually, it's a great way to go about doing it. I think one of the things for me that I realize is that I thought I should be doing better, but when you come back and you take a look at the tech stocks, about 60% of them are still below the 50-day moving average.
Yeah.
Whereas the Dow has continued to climbing, and so you're seeing strength in various different parts of the market. Unfortunately, if you didn't catch that rollover that occurred in February and March, going from tech to some of these other areas that we're talking about right now, you were struggling a lot, which is what happened to me. I was struggling there a lot for the last couple of months until I slowed down and I pulled back a little bit to say, okay, listen, I got to stop here right now because I'm not getting any traction. So Karthik's method of paying attention to those sectors is actually the best way to go about doing it.
Yeah, I agree. I fully agree. I think anytime I listen to the Wall Street Jesus sector analysis, especially in these choppy markets, that knowledge is very helpful. Especially if you're doing weekly swing trades. Karthik, this Sharpies comments Wall Street Jesus makes, I don't understand typically what really he means with the Sharpies. Do you know?
Sharpies is basically the big financial institutions. They are, say, look at the top. That one, right? No, down. That's the market, the SPX or SPY, whatever that is. Yeah, that was like they were fully
hedged here.
Yeah. No, they took off the hedge fully there. They're not hedged fully there. Now they're fully hedged because now at the bottom, all the way like below, I can't see the numbers, but so now they are fully hedged, he said. And then when you look at the top COVID, what do you call the COVID bottom? That they took the hedge off, and that's when they kind of let the market run, and they were all in.
Wow.
So that's that chart. So now they looks like they're fully hedged. So he was expecting some more downside. So this is the next chart is basically I don't know if you listened to him tonight.
I did, a little bit.
Yeah, he's basically saying it's a sell signal right now. If you look at the Sharpies, sharp hedgers is what he calls it for Sharpies. He's thinking there's some downside to the market right now.
Wow.
But these are just not actionable, but it gives you some insights into how you can consider the market along with the sector sentiment and some of the other things he looks at on a daily basis, a squeezometer and all those kind of things. So that's how you play it. It's not in and itself. It's not an actionable signal.
Yeah, I think. I agree. I think you have to pay attention to the broader moves, but things might happen in a choppy way and slowly come down, as opposed to. We'll see. We'll see how this crypto stuff will affect the market as well. I'm not sure if it's going to continue to go down or. We're going to kind of, like my view is going to chop around as well. So
I think they should blow out people in the crypto market. So, you remember the GME saga and
Yeah,
it's down. So I'm thinking Bitcoin blows up, the market goes down, consolidate, and then probably is a good thing for the overall market is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think, I agree, I think. Let's see, what else is here?
That's all I had for tonight. I mean, I know I took more time than I planned for.
No, this is really good. I love this discussion. This kind of gives us the broader view. Let's take a look at, where is the Tom's tools? I moved it somewhere. Okay. We can also look at like some of the other scanners if you guys want. I think in the past.
Just the squeeze scanners would be helpful, and some of the things. I think last time you looked at some triple threat or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Do you want to do bear or bull?
Yeah, I don't like bearish side, but
there's nothing on the bearish side, anyways.
Oh, okay, good.
It's so weird. Yeah, on the bullish side, there's nothing on bullish either.
We're going into an hour and 20 minutes, so.
Yeah, let's not. Let's give it like 10 more minutes. What do you want to cover? We can do the regular calendar trades, or we can do the squeeze scan.
Yeah, let's do the squeeze scan. I think I don't generally.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Where's my squeeze scan? There was a time I was so into these scans, I created so many different versions.
I look at some of those scans on an intraday basis, like RAF Pro signals and those kind of things. But it's hard if you're being selective in picking what you want to trade for the week. It's the hardest thing. What are the two or three things you want to pick from hundreds of stocks? It's a painful process internally to understand, what do you go after?
So we have VeriSign. These are orange dot scans. What did we do? Daily orange dots.
Yeah.
Anything we recognize here? Oh, look at this, Churchill Capital Group.
Can you blow up the screen a little bit?
Oh, yeah. This is the part that doesn't show.
Okay. Yeah.
So, VeriSign I recognize. Other thing, Proofpoint, these are security companies, these two. Otis Elevators. I clicked on it, but why did it not shift?
Any tech stocks do you see there?
So this is Otis. Oh, it's just starting orange dot, so we skip that.
Yeah.
Let me see the security stocks. This is also just starting. Let's change the time frame to. You want to do 30 minutes, Ken? Should we do a 30-minute or stay with the daily? What do you guys like? Let me do a 4-hour or 30-minute. Actually, let's do 30 minutes. We may catch something for this week.
Close it.
Guys, Facebook is on this list. Interesting.
Facebook looks interesting, though. I like Facebook.
Yeah. All right. Facebook is one. We'll look at the Wayfair is two. Oh, Spotify is here too. All right. I'm just gonna save this. This is the 30-minute orange dot squeeze. Okay. Let me just save this here. So, all right, let's go back to trading view. So, Facebook. Okay, it's looking downward though, Karthik. This thing may fire to the downside. So let's put this over here. So TWLO, 30 minutes.
Did you say Facebook? You don't like it?
So in the 30-minute chart, it looks like it may fire to the downside. This is, you have the, I mean, I like the fact that it's stacked out. EMAs. Histogram is coming down, and the waves are coming down. This thing could, and the VWAP is pointing downward. This thing may fire and go all the way down to 313.
Right, that's where I want to enter, like 310.
Yeah.
No, 310 level is where I want.
Okay, maybe it stays in still squeeze and come down here, and then we enter. If that happens, I mean, kind of like here, right? Look at this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. It comes down all the way here.
Yeah,
it's a killer. And then it fires.
What are you saying coming down to you? What number do you say, about 300?
I think it'll come down to the 618 level, 313. That's where we enter. We should watch for this. This is gonna do the same move it did before. It's gonna pull back, kill everyone, and then fire to the upside. So, I mean, it's pure manipulation, guys. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, Facebook especially.
Same most people have. We should take a look at entry zone here. I'm gonna save this. Entry zone here. That's
what are you calling the entry zone?
313, 312.
Yeah, that's a good place to get in.
Let's put a text.
If anybody wants to be even more conservative, then I would wait till about 316.
Yeah, hold on. So
it's gonna after it pulls back. Okay, there has to be a pullback right now for it to take off again.
Guys, I'm gonna even tell you about timing. If we go with the market cycle and we get a trigger, let's say a smaller wave than this.
Yeah,
will happen. It goes like this.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean it will, but this is May. Oh, it's May 24. This is 30 minutes, right? Okay, it could happen tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I think that there's a possibility.
Yeah, it's 24, so closes, and we get a trigger on the 25th. It's possible. So, wow, that's gonna suck for me. That means there may be a pullback tomorrow for everything. You know, maybe. All right, I'm gonna actually put it here. $313, $314 buy zone. All right, so that's our plan. Obviously, if this wave comes down and makes a bigger wave, that means this is, void. We have to see it tomorrow. We need to see price action.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, there's like a lot more good stuff here on the orange dot. Spot, team, fever, fiber. Let's check Spotify very quick. Almost similar setup. But this is hard to trade. This is terrible chart. Good. Team. Oh my God, it's exactly the same. What is it? It's exactly the same as Spotify chart almost. It feels like. What's wrong with these 30-minute charts? They look pretty much the same. Oh, wow. So we have to watch these guys. Like if one of them acts in a certain way, maybe these things follow the same pattern.
Which one is that again?
So it's team, spot. They have similar chart patterns.
Okay.
They all have. Like this is spot, okay? This is team. Oh, well, sorry. Same setup. Interesting. All right. Let me just see this as well.
Team is that part of cloud or no? I guess not.
I'm not sure. It's probably a software company, right? Yeah, I think we have to monitor these. So Facebook, tomorrow's action will determine these. Spotify. Did I look at Wayfair? Yeah, Wayfair as well. And Dollar General is just in the beginning of the orange dot squeeze. So yeah, last time this thing went the wrong direction though. Double diamond. I think next time I see a double diamond, I'm gonna try to trade because more often than not, double diamond gets it. Just think about it. If you get it, if you see it here, double diamond, and you wait for the middle of the bar to short, you would have some pain here, but then
You gotta be able to hold through that pain.
yeah, I don't know if you would hold. Yeah, you're right. I think if you have some, your stop loss would be, I don't know, you would do it like above this wick. So you'd be fine. All right. I think that's it for tonight. There's so many stocks to look at. I don't know how I'm the people trade. But I think being selective is good. I think I want to keep going back to same stocks that we kind of know the behavior for. Look at Amazon. I think the supporting converging ideas on Amazon is good.
Yeah.
The Larry Williams stuff and the sector sentiment, those are good for us to consider. All right, I think that's it for tonight, guys. Any final words, wisdom?
No, I think from my side, I think I'll try to update the workflow as I do some day trades tomorrow morning. We'll see where we end up tomorrow then. So.
What is your favorite? What are you kind of thinking the first thing you're going to trade?
I think I'm going to stick with YM futures or possibly DIA calls, along with some DIA names that I'll probably scan and see how it looks, like Visa or something like that. But let's see.
Yeah. That sounds good. How about you, Hamid?
For me, I'm a little cautious, right? I think it's gonna be a slow week, so I don't see anything too strong that I'm looking at. I don't do a lot of day trading or scalping, so most of my trades are usually about a week, 3 days to a week long. So I may take a look at Amazon tomorrow to see if, what we talked about, and see if there's anything else that's setting up that we can look at. But yeah, this week maybe just be a slow week for me, which is sometimes good. Then I don't get too stressed out.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea too. So.
Guys, look at this 30-minute blood diamond on DIA. I should actually set up the scans for all these sectors you have.
Yep.
For 30 minutes, 4 hour and daily, I think.
I think if you do that, and then let's make that part of the weekly review, so that we can have our everybody looking at these industries and sectors, and know which ones are looking to move up.
Yeah, I think we can catch some of it, especially if blood diamond shows up. Look at this weekly blood diamond.
Yeah.
Look, if we saw this, right?
It could have gotten out right there.
DIA.
Sold it short.
You can't catch it here because it's going to be so wild, but you catch the next bar.
Yeah.
It's very short. And your stop loss is right here.
That's right.
Okay. Look at this. Karthik.
Yeah, I know. Have you figured out the scan, do a scanning on TradingView based on that? Blood diamond?
Not scanning, but what I do is, at least for specific stocks, I can set up alerts.
Oh, okay. But can you not scan it like S&P 100 stocks and see where is it on a daily, 4 hour, and hourly basis?
I have no idea how to do that. I'm sure we could do that with code. I just don't know.
Okay.
The scan, TradingView scan as default settings and configuration. None of them allow you to do anything custom. Their scans are all the standard stuff you do with Finviz.
Yeah.
I think the way to do scans is I have to write the code. Which I don't have the code for blood diamond. I have to somehow.
Is it Market Cipher for blood diamond?
Yeah, it's Market Cipher A. So, guys, we have to trade these things when we see them.
Yeah.
They are consistent winners. Although I managed to fail the Google one. It's the first blood diamond it ever failed. But it was, when news broke down and it actually killed the trade for us. This is kind of cool. Well, I'm going to think about the scanning aspect, Karthik.
Yeah, thank you.
In between us and Kosh, we could probably figure out something.
Yeah, that'll be great.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for our guest speakers, and always welcome. I think we may do this as you guys feel like joining. I think this is also makes it a little bit more interactive as opposed to me just talking.
Yeah. No, makes sense, actually. This was a good idea.
It was a very good idea. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a
Thank
great
you.
week.
Good night.
Make lots of money.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Okay. Good night, guys.